Hello, and welcome to today's trending contract, Murder of Law, set in Whittleton Creek and supplied by Dylan Smiley. So moving on to our briefing, 5 corrupt police officers have been using their positions to extort local residents and cover up criminal activities. Their influence has caused chaos and suffering in the town of Whittleton Creek. As a result, these officers must be eliminated so order can be restored. Good luck, 47. So moving on to our targets, and today we have 5 of them, along with a free map. And for today's challenge, we'll be starting at the default location. We're going to have a remote magnetic gas grenade stored up in a briefcase. We'll be bringing with us a lockpick and a silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we are going to head to the park shed, and our first target, who is just there on our right. So we're going to head in through the open window, and we're going to open the door and throw our briefcase into the corner of the room. We're going to quickly retrieve our briefcase and hop back out through the window, and that noise will get the attention of the first target. Just going to take the opportunity to remove our gas grenade from the briefcase and return it to the briefcase while we wait for our target to arrive. We're going to let the door close, and as soon as it does, we can then drop our first target with a bullet to the head. We're going to hop inside and grab the pistol that he drops, and that will come in handy for our next target. So we're now going to head all the way down the street past Mr. Cassidy's house and Mr. Batty's house. And our next target is the police officer / guard on the phone at the end of the road by the creek. So we're just going to head straight down the middle of the road, and what we're going to do is drop the pistol we've collected, and he will spot that and he will move to take that away to a secluded area. So we're just going to drop it on the floor behind him here. Now he's going to finish his phone call first, which will give us plenty of time to set up one of our other kills. So we're going to head to the house for sale, grab the key from the plant pot, let ourselves in. We're going to head straight into the kitchen and grab the propane cylinder from within. And then we're going to head all the way around to the muffin stand, where our next target will be located. And they are asleep on a park bench, or a sidewalk bench in this case. So we're just going to head all the way down the main street once again and around to the muffin stand, trying to avoid the Mr. Cassidy and his bodyguard if possible. So once we get round just past the muffin stand, beyond the large tree here, we will find our target asleep on the bench. We're going to place our propane cylinder on the bench next to him, and then we're going to head straight back to the house for sale. And by this point, our next target should have found the firearm and is moving to take it to the basement. And all we have to do is get in behind him, let him get most of the way down the stairs, and then we're going to drop him with a single bullet to the back of the head. We're going to hide his body because somebody else will be coming down this way with another pistol in a little while, and we don't want his body found. There we go. So we're going to retrieve our briefcase. We'll leave the guns there, they're not important, and we can now move on to our next target. Let's go out the back door, it'll be quicker. And our next target is the guard by the creek shed, and he is a smoker, which, take my word for it, is very bad for your health. You may hear it in my voice. So we're going to head around to the rear of the creek shed, in through the window, grab the propane cylinder and out through the front door. There is our target. We're just going to let him move away, and when he does, we're going to throw our propane cylinder just at the floor there by the park shed, and then we're going to move a nice safe distance. Now, for the purposes of the video, of course, I will be sticking around, but you can move on to the target on the opposite side of the map, asleep on the bench. We've got quite a bit of height there. If I'd placed that slightly better, I might just have got him into the creek. Never mind, job done, and that is 3 targets down. So now we are going to move on to the other guard or / policeman asleep on the bench by the muffin stand. So we're going to run all the way around the map. There is our final target, who is currently escorting the politician around. We'll get to him shortly. So we're just going to plant ourselves behind this big tree on the opposite side of the road, pull out our silenced pistol and put 2 bullets very quickly into the propane cylinder, and send our next guard on a quick flying lesson. We're then going to return to the house for sale, and we're going to wait for the arrival of our final target. Now, the politician and his bodyguard can be somewhat tricky to deal with, especially if you're going to be making any of them sick, because there are limited bathrooms and they tend not to use them. The politician especially seems to prefer throwing up in bins. So we're just going to wait on the opposite side of the road for about 5 minutes, as the politician is a bit of a yapper and likes to stop and talk to people all over the place. But eventually he will make his way to the house for sale, and his guard or bodyguard in this instance will stop at the foot of the stairs to the porch, and we can then approach him, detonate our gas grenade, and he will get sick and he will make his way into the bathroom. I think we better get there just a little bit ahead of him, as the politician has rung the doorbell and the plumber is coming to see who it is. So we're just going to wait outside or inside the bathroom here, and the guard will be joining us rather shortly. He doesn't hang around too much. He will make his way straight here, and when he does, we can then ask him very, very kindly, "Have you seen our helicopter keys? I do not fancy taking the bus home today." So apparently there are no keys down in the bowl, so it looks like we will be using public transport to leave Vermont. So with all of our targets now dealt with, all that's left for us to do is to make good our escape, and as previously mentioned, the nearest available exit in this instance will be the bus stop exit, although we could, if so wish, go to the hole in the floor, in the road that is, and grab the crowbar and let ourselves out via the sewers. But I think the bus is the slightly better option. It's a bit more comfortable. So there we go, one more trending contract taken care of, and we have confirmation all of our targets were eliminated according to plan, and we get a silent assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.